the quiet secret, a boss, a secretary, and the unexpected truth: they never planned it. These things never are. Chapter 1. The Temptation. Alexander Langston was the kind of man people whispered about in elevators. Married for 10 years to a woman named Charlotte, an elegant socialite, often seen at charity gatherings, he lived a double life most could only suspect. Yet no one could question his dedication to his work or his charm. Ava had joined the company a year ago, 29, quick-witted, and with just enough softness in her demeanor to seem approachable. She was the only one who could read Alex's temper without flinching. Over time, their professional boundaries blurred. It started innocently: long hours, shared coffees, hushed laughter during late-night meetings. Then one night, it happened. The city lights flickered behind the tall glass windows of Alex's office, and as he poured her a drink to celebrate a successful quarter, their hands touched. The kiss was quiet, hesitant, dangerous. They knew what they were doing. They also knew what they were risking. But they didn't stop. Chapter 2. The affair. For months, they danced between shadows and silence. Every interaction at the office remained professional. But behind closed doors, they became something else entirely. Two people pretending the world wouldn't catch up. Ava tried to resist at first. "I'm not this person, Alex. I wasn't raised to destroy someone's home." But Alex always knew what to say. "You're not destroying anything. My marriage is dead. You just reminded me what it feels like to live again." They met in hotels. Sometimes his apartment when Charlotte was away on business. No one suspected a thing. Ava was too cautious, and Alex too smart. But secrets have a shelf life, and Ava's was about to expire. Chapter 3. The Positive Test. It was a rainy Thursday when Ava felt it. A strange dizziness, followed by overwhelming nausea. She brushed it off. Maybe too much coffee, too little sleep. But when the symptoms persisted, she knew. She bought the test after work, alone, anxious, heart pounding, positive. The room spun. She sat in her apartment, staring at the little pink lines. Her hands trembled, not from fear, but from knowing everything was about to change. Not just her life, but Alex's and Charlotte's, and the quiet world they had built between them. She didn't call him. Not right away. Days passed. She avoided his gaze in meetings, took long lunches, and came in late. Alex noticed. One evening, he cornered her in the parking garage. "Ava, what's going on with you?" She turned to him slowly, her voice calm, almost cold. "I'm pregnant, Alex." The silence that followed was louder than a scream. Chapter 4. Panic and Pretending. Alex drove her to the edge of the city that night. They sat in the car, parked near the water, watching waves crash like their thoughts. "Ava, are you sure?" She laughed bitterly. "I've taken 5 tests. What do you think?" His mind spiraled. He had built his empire on control, order, strategy. But now, he couldn't even process this. "Does anyone else know?" She shook her head. "Good," he said instinctively. Then paused. "I mean, we'll figure this out, together." But Ava could feel the shift, the hesitation in his voice, the cold calculation behind his words. In the following weeks, they pretended nothing had changed. At work, Ava continued taking notes in meetings, scheduling flights, smiling at clients. But every time her hand brushed her growing belly, a chill ran down her spine. No one at the office knew. No one could know. She heard whispers about her weight, about her pale face, but they never said it aloud. And Alex, he was pulling away. Chapter 5. The Breaking Point. Charlotte began visiting the office more frequently. She'd drop by unannounced, leaving lipstick marks on Alex's cheek, and calling Ava darling with a smile too wide to be sincere. Ava wanted to scream. One afternoon, Charlotte invited Ava for lunch. They sat across each other at a sleek Italian restaurant downtown. Ava, nauseous but polite. Charlotte, radiant and curious. "You're always so put together," Charlotte said. "Alex always says he couldn't survive without you. You're like his second brain." Ava forced a smile. "He's very kind." Charlotte sipped her wine, watching Ava closely. "You know, sometimes I wonder if he ever notices women around him. You know how men are. Especially powerful ones." Ava's fork paused mid-air. "Is there something I should be concerned about?" Ava, there it was. The test. A veiled challenge masked in charm. Ava shook her head. "Not from me, Mrs. Langston. I'm just his secretary." But the lie tasted sour on her tongue. Chapter 6. The decision by her 5th month. Ava could no longer hide it. Loose clothes only worked so long. And the office buzzed. People whispered when she walked by. Some speculated about the father. Others avoided her altogether. Still, no one dared ask directly. Alex's behavior grew erratic. More meetings canceled. Fewer texts. Fewer visits. The man who once begged her to stay now avoided eye contact. She knew. She was on her own. One Friday evening, she walked into his office. Closed the door. "I'm keeping it." Alex looked up, startled. "I wasn't going to ask you not to." She smiled sadly. "You weren't going to ask me anything at all," she stood Ava. "This situation is ... complicated." "You think I don't know that?" She took a deep breath. "I won't tell anyone. I won't ruin your marriage or your career. But I won't be your secret anymore, Alex. I deserve better. And so does this baby." And with that, she walked away. Chapter 7. The Aftermath. Ava left Langston Enterprises 2 weeks later. No farewell parties. No long emails. Just a quiet resignation letter and a silent goodbye. She moved to a new apartment, started freelance work, and began preparing for motherhood. Alone, but not broken. Alex never contacted her again. But she saw him once on the cover of a business magazine, standing next to Charlotte, smiling. "It's a perfect couple." A perfect lie. Months passed. The baby was born on a crisp autumn night. A boy with eyes like his father's. Ava named him Leo. And though she sometimes cried at night, not from regret, but from mourning a version of her life that never existed, she never looked back. She built a new world, one where secrets couldn't suffocate her, one where love didn't have to hide. And in that world, she found something unexpected. Peace. The end.